Hey guys, what is up? Eric Hill today behind the camera giving you my 5K ARG National Championship second place deck profile, for you guys today. Before I jump into it and explain the reasons and choices, I just want to say that the event was absolutely amazing. It was pretty stacked in terms of competition. It was pretty tough. I ended up going 7-1 at the end of day one. It was 8 total rounds, and then I also went undefeated all the way into second place, finishing at second place in the event. I played my teammate Danny Hype, as you guys know, and we had played a best of 5. It was pretty cool. First time playing the best of 5 in an actual tournament series, but it was pretty good. Here's a trophy that I won. And yeah, so without further ado, let me jump into the deck profile for you guys and explain my choices. So at the top, we have 4 intensifying power Trunks. Just zoom into him. He basically is the one drop. Everybody knows him. He's the Kaba for crit. And the reason why we really play him in this deck is because we want to be able to chain attack Zeno for 1 less key and much more sooner. Of course. I see a lot of decks not playing him. They did play Chain Attack Zeno, but instead they ran the Digging Deep Vegeta as the Awaken factor, which is also pretty good, but I just felt that you needed that intensifying power Trunks. Next we have our 10Ks, which is our Boost Attack Piccolos. Obviously, guys, you got to run your 4 free 10Ks in a deck. This is, at this point, you just have to. Everyone should be knowing that. Next, we have our Burst Attack Son Gohan. Sorry, guys. Son Gohan, he's just such an amazing card. In this deck, your hand goes down a lot, and especially after the Chain Attack Zeno play, you lose a considerable amount of hand. So he definitely fixes the hand, and he's also a Chain Attack Trunks target. But he's also 3 key, and he's on element, super powerful. He has crit. And what critical does is you don't block that damage. That damage does not go to your hand, it goes to the discard pile. And that's the reason why he's such an important piece in this deck, because he's allowing you to fix your hand, and he's also can be played for pretty cheap or free, if that. Next, guys, we play 3 Raging Spirit Son Gohans. I originally had 4 in the deck, but I cut 1 for space reasons, and it worked out just fine. I've always saw 1, and that was good enough. Like, seeing 1 to 2 a game was good. Didn't need 4 because I didn't want to hit too much blue off of the auto main effect of Son Goku. So that was that. Now, guys, as you've seen, we ran 2 Digging Deep Vegetas. The reason behind running Digging Deep was I realized that I had 2 Kabas in here. Because Kaba is an amazing card, but these cards do rely on your life, and everyone else is playing them. So, depending on how much you utilize your life for these effects, it could be lethal for you in the next turn or 2. So, my big goal was, I knew that everyone's attacking, so I wasn't too worried about not awakening. But if in fact I caught a Vegeta, I would always keep it. Which 9 out of 10 times I've always seen at least 1 Vegeta starting hand. So I didn't feel the need to play more than 2 because I was going to awaken with Trunks either way. Now, one of my big plays that I would do would be going into Trunks and then taking the 1 life, critting them down, and then dropping the Digging Deep next turn. And if they hadn't had the same awakening ability in terms of using their life for an attack, then I would Digging Deep for 1, awaken, and I'd have 3 extra attacks for that turn. It was amazing. So that's that. We ran 2 Banisher Fools. We didn't have the Scientist Fool in the main because I just felt like, killing the board was such an important task. After Chain Attack Zeno, you want to be able to kill whoever they drop. And even before, you want to just make sure that you have board control. I know Keflas was running around rampant the last event. and she's such a great card. I don't play in this build, but I just figured we need to get rid of Kefla. We need to get rid of those big drops. So let's just play the Banish Shifus in the main. We're going to have enough drill power, just enough that we need from the Gohan's leader ability and Chain Attack Zeno. So it just wasn't important to run Scientist Fu in this particular build. Next, guys, we ran 4 Unbreakable Super Saiyan Son Goku. He's our pseudo 10K, which is really good. You see everybody playing this card. This is very important now for most decks. You want to be able to defend and draw that card. So he's filter and defense or offense. He's really great. Next, we have our Chain Attack Trunks. This is the heart of the deck. We play 4 of those. He's just going to be there for Chain Attack Zeno and Chain Attack Gohan. You know, depending on what the occasion was. There was times when I put in play Chain Attack into Digging Deep, you know, just because. So, yeah. Next, guys, we play our 4 Topos. That's our negates. He's really good. I see people playing like 2 Topos, and, you know, he is a free body, a free 20K attacker for 2 key, and he negates attacks. I mean, he's a must at 4 in a red deck. If you're not playing 4 of him, you're not doing it right, because he's just super important and super crucial to, you know, your gameplay, your game plan. He's gonna help you decrease your hand size for Gohan. He's gonna help you decrease your hand size for Gotenks. I mean, he's just really, 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 really good. Next, guys, we played 3 Zenos. I didn't feel the need to play 4 because it's a Chain Attack Zeno meta. I was running 2 originally, but I added another one in because I just felt that I needed to see mines no matter what. Despite my opponent having Chain Attack Zeno, I wanted to make sure that I was available to reset the game, the board, and the hand whenever I needed to, without relying on my opponent. Next, guys, we played 4 Foreseeing Hit. I saw people running 2 hits and 3 hits in certain deck lists, and I'm like, Hit is an absolute must in this format. Hit wins games. He's, in my opinion, the best battle card printed to date. He's just so important. 2 red, so he's splashable in almost any red X deck. 20K double strike. He goes in the hand, sees information, and he takes 2 cards. He's such an important card. You gotta play 4 hits, guys. You have to. He's very expensive now too, $30. So and rising. Next, for my specific tech, we played Ghost Attack Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. This card is just absolutely busted, guys. I think people forgot about him. And in this meta where Shugesha is pretty much dead, Mass Saiyan is pretty much dead because there's so much blockers being played, the mono blue deck and everyone who has barrier and etc. You know, people are just not playing it. And also the ability to play Banish Shifu to just automatically kill any specific big drop or any card in general that doesn't have barrier, you know, Mass Saiyan is not being played. So because of that, this card is a 20K card that special summons essentially 3 of him. He special summons 3 15K ghost tokens. So just for this one card, I'm putting in play on that turn for 5 energy, I'm putting in play 4 battle cards. Additionally, if I have 4 less cards in my hand, they all gain double strike. It's absolutely busted in this format. Literally, like, I can attack and I can do it strategically, I can attack the leader and have 5 or 6 cards in hand, and then when I want to go all out on one specific double strike attack, I can dump my hand, and the moment I hit 4 or less cards in my hand, those cards now have a gain double strike. It's absolutely incredible. Like, this card is super busted. People forgot about him. Citrobene is being ran heavily, but even still, I'll pass my turn and do it again next turn. You know, it's absolutely amazing. Next, guys, for my super tech, we played the Lightning Fast Hit. So if you guys don't know what he does, he evolves for 3 red and 2 of anything, so that's 5 key. And simple. When this card evolves into this card, inflict 2 damage to your opponent. Everyone's playing on the edge. Everyone. Even me. We're all playing on the edge. In terms of, we're raking in really fast, turn 2, turn 3, you're raking easily, and that's 4 life already. Even if I just drop a hit, take 2 cards out of your hand, then evolve over him next turn, I mean, you're going to go to 2 automatically, and then I can swing out with him and potentially go for game if you don't have a negate. But a lot of people's playing on the edge, meaning they're using their life as resources, digging deeps, trunks, you know, the new card that pops, takes a life and pops any card on the board from the special pack, the new expansion pack. I mean, there's so much cards that forces you to use life. And your opponent, you know, this is a set 1 card. The opponent's not thinking about, oh my god, he's playing hit. Is he playing a lightning fast hit? Lightning fast hit is broken. It comes in, it steals the game. There was a time when I actually charged a boost attack pickle. My opponent was like, whoa, you must have the nuts. I said, no, the game is over. Evolve. And he looked at me and shook my head like, whoa, I never saw that coming. I mean, I played that 1. I had 1 in the sideboard, but I took it out for more space. But 1 is just enough. I mean, if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. But most of the times when I did see it, I held it. I held onto it like a baby in its bottle, and I made sure that I was going to be able to lightning strike you next turn. It was just absolutely amazing, guys. For the negates, 2 Beast Coercions. I have more in the deck. I wanted to take them out completely, but I feel like Beast Coercions are just needed. In terms of the room, it was 4 legendary flutes, but I realized that flute was not a necessity in this deck. We only played 3 Raging Sun Gohans and 4 Intensifying Power Trunks in this deck, and those are the 2 cards that you might want to abuse with flute. So I realized that I didn't have to play for a flute. It was pointless. I didn't want to see it in my hand, so I took out 2 flute for 2 Beasts Coercion, and that allowed me to at least, you know, have some more negates. So in total I had 6 negates with the blue and the reds. So 2 Beast Coercions, 2 legendary flutes. Flute, again, guys, if you're running a deck heavily based on your 1 drops through your 3 drops, you can free play your Legics and everything like that. I advise you play for a flute because it's a really busted card. Otherwise, if you're not doing that, don't think just because you're playing a blue deck you have to throw it in. It is a good option, and you can loop your Gohans, but otherwise, if you're not like really trying to aggro storm rush for the opponent, flute is not a necessity. You can play it at 2 to 3 copies. I chose 2 because I needed more space in this deck. Lastly but not least, for my main board was 4 Sensu Bean. Sensu Bean was great because it's just such a great card. And in general, I always end my turn with one blue, 2 reds. Just enough for a Topo and a Sensu Bean or Beast Coercion. And yeah, I never needed more than 1 blue open because of Sensu Bean, and that was that. So that's the actual deck, guys. The deck ran super smooth through Swiss, super smooth through Top Cut. It's a very consistent deck. I feel like the copies that I am playing is just enough. You don't have to run the hit. The hit could be another Beast Coercion or something like that. But I just decided to add that little tech into the deck. Let's move into our sideboard now, guys. Sideboard is going to be right down. Now, the sideboard, as you guys can see, we played 2 Food Shrouded in Mystery. I never really added him in. I just feel like the deck that I was playing was just so powerful in terms of like resetting the board state and being able to, you know, defend itself adequately. I never really added him in. But if I did, I'm pretty sure he would have been broken. He's such a great card. I just needed to have him in the sideboard in case I felt like I needed to add him in. Next is 2 Saiyan Kabas. Those 2 Saiyan Kabas was for like Harudagon decks. I would side out the Digging Deeps, and I would add in the Kabas because it was pointless for me to take my life, and I probably wouldn't have made it to turn 3 with Digging Deeps. So I was going to use the Kabas to inflict more pressure to Harudagon so that he won't be able to use his life as an asset or resource as much as he would otherwise. Next, guys, we played 1 Scientist Fool. Again, the deck didn't need the draw power. There was no real reason for me to draw too many cards. As you guys can see, I'm trying to utilize a low hand, reset, then go into Gohan and Gotenks. So I didn't need it. I just threw it in because I said I'll take out the lightning fast hit for it if ever need be. But otherwise, it's not a necessity right now. Not for this deck. I also played 1 more Beast Coercion. That was the lightning fast hit originally. But I just feel like I needed the lightning fast hit in the deck. I played 1 at all cost Vegeta. This was just for space purposes. I didn't have like the other sideboard cards on me, so I just threw him in. I did sideboard him in once, and what I did was I triple strike them at 5 life, I think I was playing a Cell deck. I triple strike them at 5 life, and then afterwards I drop hit the same turn to game them. It was crazy. It was like a 1-turn kill. Absolutely incredible. It was crazy. 2 Mafubas. It's just, you know, it is what it is. And Mafubas are great. I always sideboarded this end along with the 2 Keflas and the 2 Courageous Yajirobe. Whenever I played against the mirror match, it was literally 2 Mafubas, 2 Keflas, 2 Yajirobes. I sideboarded out 1 Gotenks for 1 Mafuba. I sided out the actual legendary flutes for the Yajirobes. I sideboarded out 1 Topo for 1 Mafuba, and then I sideboarded out what was the other card? That's 5 cards so far. And yeah, sideboarded out that for that. And I forget the other cards that I sideboarded out. But generally that was the choices that I decided to sideboard out. And the deck was just absolutely broken. It just really, like, you know, ran for me. So that's the whole deck, guys. Hope you guys like it. Just again, shout outs to KTM, my team. We did really well in the event. Super dope event. Super dope event. We took top cut like it was nothing, and me and Danny finished in the finals. Shout out to Ultimate Guard, our sponsor. Shout out to Dusty, you know, the team owner. Everything was great. Shout out to the TheHillTwins, guys. So sorry, there's been a hiatus on our content creation. We just been going through a lot of personal things along with traveling so much. We haven't had the time. I really do apologize for that, and I can speak for both of us when I say that. We will try to put out some more consistent content for you guys. So for you guys sticking around and supporting us, thank you guys so much. We're super sorry. I hope you guys can hear the sincerity in my voice. You know, for our Patreon followers, again, guys, I know you guys have been asking, hey, where you guys been? What's going on with the content? We've been super busy. A lot of personal stuff happened. My car was in an accident, and or other things that just kind of contributed into not being able to get these things out to you guys. I'm apologizing for that, and I'm going to let you guys know that we're going to have this out for you guys and a lot more other content that was due to you guys. Thank you guys for supporting the TheHillTwins. We appreciate it, and we'll see you guys at the next event. Like always, guys, stay super.
I blow a bag today. I don't do nothing for games. I blow the bag today. Walk in the mall and go crazy. I blow a bag today. Hop out the whip on the baby. I blow a bag today. Hop on the whip on the baby. I blow a bag today. I blow a bag.